Hi everybody, a bit different here today. We're gonna play Incursion Red River. Now, I have dropped a couple of hours into this. I don't normally play extraction shooters, so I wanted to kind of know what I was getting into and how the game felt and played. But just for the sake of it, we are going to, in front of everybody, wipe our mission progress and wipe our inventory. We are at Scratch 0, so we are going to start a new game. First, we're going to double check our settings. Now, you might see me tweak these. This game is still in development, and it's ran in Unreal Engine. Love it or hate it, the devs are working on the engine. So my computer doesn't really get along with UE, but I make it work. So I'll try and keep the touching things down to a minimum. Oh, whoa. Anyway, the idea of this is kind of just a playthrough of the main missions. And, you know, if you guys are interested, you can always catch me live here on YouTube. I'm going to try and be live more regularly in the evenings, around 9 p.m. Maybe, let's call it like 9:30, 10. So that's usually the bedtime in my house for people. Gets me time to, you know, be by myself. Okay, so the first things first, I'll introduce everyone. This is our safe house. We are sitting here in the middle of Vietnam. This is a fictional timeline. And we've got a bunch of different things. We've got our repair station. Right here's our stash. We've got a bunch of just resources laying around. This is our lighting, so when it goes dark, it will be very dark in here, just warning you. This is the generator. This game does have co-op, so I imagine that's just to show that off. Here's the firing range, the weapons bench, and our terminal, our intel center, our structure, and the structure is just the overall, like the roof, the walls, the windows, etc. And we've come full circle. So first things first, we're going to dive straight into our terminal. Here we've got our map, the convenient pentagram. So, ignore that for now. Our marketplace, our missions, our messages.
Welcome,
Let's go ahead and
operator.
listen.
Congratulations on being targeted for this promotion. It's so great to meet you under better circumstances. Once again, you can refer to me as Observer. I'll be your handler on this assignment. I've read your file and I am quite impressed with the work you've done in the field so far. Your talents on the small scale are admirable, and your future with Fang looks bright. Honestly though, this position is not an easy step up. I'm really not supposed to discuss this, but the talk among the other handlers is that no one wants the job. Going in with such a small ground team is not something to take lightly. From your file, I know you like to learn in the field, so I'll keep it as short as I can. But they gave me a lot to tell you, and I'm required to read some of it verbatim. Okay, alright, let's get through this. Also, there is a good bit I can't tell you yet, as Fang likes to keep the important stuff tight. I don't even have full access, and I've been doing this for some 20-odd years. A brief summary of the history, but you can read over it in detail later if you're looking for more context that could help in the field. Vietnam has been in a civil war for years. Its beaten down government failing to really hold on to much. It was called the Vietnamese Communist Union Party, VCUP. Unfortunate acronym. Anyway, VCUP looked for financial backing from Russia and found more than they asked for. Now Russia, along with their North Korean volunteers, have unified via a paramilitary force called the Iron Guard Corps, or IGC, and taken the lead. Their people are all over the country, spreading like ants with guns and nation-level money. To counter them, the European organization United Intercontinental Security, or UICS, offered humanitarian aid to the locals. Unfortunately, some in their ranks joined for less than altruistic reasons and got aggressive, going so far as to set up in abandoned military bases. The last group participating in the recent clashes for control is the Vietnamese Liberation Front, or VLF. Their leadership is new, and their intentions of liberating Vietnam are inspiring, but Fang is curious to see in what ways they go about it and how their government ends up. Okay, so we got three factions: the IGC, the UICS, and the VLF. North Korea and Russia are trying to take over Vietnam through the IGC. UICS is a semi-neutral party trying to protect the local people, but with some in their ranks too excited at purging the East. VLF is a native revolutionary group, passionately trying to assert and consolidate local power and evict foreign influence under the torrent of new interest. You with me? I need you sharp, now and during your missions. It's a lot, I know, but you can't be in mission and find yourself lost and regretting your decisions. I've seen how badly that can go. Fang really wants me to read you the following. This position in Vietnam is an extended residency, so you're going to be here for a good while. You will get to know the area, the factions, the threats. Using institutional connections and some string pulling, each faction has agreed to bring you on board, unbeknownst to the others, of course. Remember, Fang has a long and historic legacy, and it expects a lot. Consider this promotion an honor, if you get the pleasure, but know there are enough waiting in the wings to step up if you fail. To put it lightly, your failure would be an incredible inconvenience to the organization. You do not want to fail Fang. While Fang might see you as expendable, I really do see your potential. Going a little beyond what I am meant to share this early, I'll tell you this. At great cost, Fang has established a satellite monitoring the region. In order to keep this project secret, however, the satellite needs to be dark whenever it's not over Vietnamese airspace and offline to any connection outside the heart of Vietnam. What does this mean for you? It means your first goal is to establish a connection to the satellite via a special antenna at your safe house. In order to build the antenna, Fang will smuggle the parts in through ordinary faction shipments. Getting the satellite connection online means you will be able to find what Fang is looking for and save untold lives. Okay, enough of all this background. You've got work to do and I need you to get something quickly. Your first mission is in your inbox. And good luck. This won't be easy, but you've got this. I've taken all the steps I can to set you up. And please, do not fail me.
Okay, that's some good background. A lot of information there. However, it's kind of good to know. So our first couple of missions as, and I may be wrong, but this sounds like the same voice actress for Karen Bowman from Ghost Recon, the newer ones. I might be wrong, I have yet to look at it, but that's as soon as she starts talking, I hear Karen Bowman. So our first couple of missions will be assembling.
Each mission I relay will be a combination of the information Fang has passed along, mission requests from faction bosses, and my own notes. Your first mission is just from Fang, though. To get your assignment underway, Fang needs to establish a grounded connection to the satellite quickly. In the Delta area, there is a large and busy shipping system that connects the IGC to their arms suppliers, food supply, and more. So much goes through their trucks that Fang is confident they can sneak in the antenna parts earlier in the supply chain, but the IGC is careful. None of the information about dates, times, or license plates is digitized. Instead, everything is hand-delivered and done on paper. This can make it easy for a truck to get lost, which Fang will use to its benefit. Find the shipping logistics office, steal the dates and times for delivery, and report back. It's simple, so you shouldn't have any problems on this first mission. Oh, be sure to call in with any major updates so I can help make sure you're on the right track. Delta is a big area, so watch your back. Stay out of the streets as much as you can. Good luck, and get out.
Okay. So our objectives are to find and collect the shipping manifest and return, and when it says deliver, that's generally return from the mission with said manifest. So this will give us progress back, faction progress with all three, it looks like. And we will get these rewards, which we will want these. So we'll go ahead and track this mission. And we can go to deploy. Now, over here on the side, private session, friendly fire, self-explanatory. Arrival time, we don't have the upgrades required to change this. Luckily, it's the afternoon. Now, this is where things are getting interesting. Now, as I'm told, other extraction shooters, if you take the provided set, you will, anything you extract with, you come home with. Not in this game. This isn't the case. If you take the provided, you do not extract with the loot. So you have two choices. You can, for these early missions, you can play the provided and just take the quest rewards, but you lose anything you bring, anything you find, so there's no point in really doing anything, you know? Or custom. So we can go to our stash by hitting the hotkey number 1, and here we go, pretty basic starter setup. To avoid unnecessary losses early on and hopefully help us gain some pretty good loot, we are going to just kind of bring nothing. Oh, if I remember correctly too, it might be in a different version. Change log. Alright, so eventually the devs said that they're going to allow us to roll up backpacks like this one. We would be able to roll it up and slide it into one of these slots, giving us some more utility in extracting with these. But what we're going to do is, this is pretty risky early on, honestly. We're just going to take the handgun and a bandage. Like, we have nothing to lose here, so why not? But we'll grab our screenshot for our thumbnail really quick. We've got our custom loadout ready to go. We need to go to the Delta region for our mission, shipping and handling. Now ignore the difficulty. Like, the bunker is the hardest, honestly, and quarry is the easiest, but it's not that crazy. Especially because we're on default difficulty. This is completely PvE, and we're just on a default difficulty here. Yep, you'll see that we are bringing absolutely nothing, and, you know, our arrival time will be 9:33 a.m. Already up. Okay, and here we are in the Delta. Now, as I said previously, my computer isn't a big fan of Unreal Engine, so things might render in a little bit, but we'll get there. So here's our inventory screen. Okay. So this is our tablet. This is our entire map, shows us extraction points, points of interest, in mission, secondary missions. But our objective is to get over here to the warehouse. So we do really want to avoid these congested areas, but we also need to grab some loot. So we might try and check out like what's over here. We might just go south to this POI, check it out as well. Either way, we need to go like south, west. I'm gonna run this way. Okay, we're coming up on that POI just south of where we spawned. We do have some guys in the area, so we need to be careful. We don't have any kind of melee, we don't have suppressors. So we're gonna kind of try and get an idea of how many guys we're dealing with. Baldy makes one. Got two down the road. The APC. We've got three, there's a third behind the gate. Now you'll also see at the bottom of the screen we've got 3 gauges. Red is obviously health. Our yellow one decreases as we hold the firearm, and that is, from what I understand, that's dependent on the weight of the firearm. So the handgun isn't going to slow us down as much as like this handgun is. Oh, wow. The handgun won't slow us down as much as a rifle, and vice versa. I'm honestly surprised we got away with that.
Body here. One of ours. Confirm quickly, then move.
It's out. Now, we don't have good cover here, but they didn't see us. There is no way. We're just gonna wait. This weapon has some awful recoil, guys. Holy crap. Now, unlike Stalker, which some of you might have seen me play, we don't need a dead check, guys. However, we do need to bandage. It'll bleed. Now, the tangos in this game are pretty good about telling you if they're still alive. Pretty good at still yelling at you. However, don't let your guard down. Always clear for yourself before just looting. Another thing to make note of, in this game you have to have an empty slot in your rig that can take the magazine. So like if I had 4 here, I'd have to drop one so that the magazine from the weapon can go to the rig, and then I don't know why they don't swap normally yet, but hey, maybe one day we'll get there. Not that big of a deal. Take the WD-40. Anything marked with like these red X's are also loot containers, so keep your eye out for those. And also, this game has locked doors and keys and such, so something to keep your eye on. Some enemies can have them from my experience. Okay, so we've got this guy, he was a problem. I think we've checked everyone else. He's got a backpack. The AVS Mini isn't very good in my experience, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Another chemical bottle that I missed though. So we will bring these like that because... So this, even if we die, anything in the tablet's inventory extracts with us. Keep that in mind. Okay, with that, we are kind of geared. We can go towards this warehouse. We're going to try and just hug this highway as much as we can without leaving the boundaries of the map. But we really don't want to get in a fight in the middle of that village. There's a lot of guys there. Okay, here we are with the warehouse in sight just south of us. You can see the big compound there. There are plenty of dudes in this town to be aware of, and if we're not careful, they can kind of track us over here. Like, just visually, so still giving this a wide berth. Or just about there. And I've found that this area isn't too highly populated for being the first mission. There are a handful of guys here, but I would say it's no worse than what we've already done. But at the same time, won't lie, the bots can get some crazy shots off. Like, headshots work on the player, so just move slow. These guys like to make their audio call outs, so just listen.
Slayer.
There's one guy there to our right, honestly. Oh, he moved as I fired. That's unfortunate. bot actually knows where we are.
First strike.
He did for about a second. Now these guys do work on a last known position system, which you can abuse, but we're kind of left in the open here. Put this on semi-auto, it'll help a bit.
Double kill.
Oh yeah. I know we had a third guy.
Triple kill.
Got a fourth guy in the yard, just saw him. 5.
Overkill.
Just on the other side of that wall.
Kill-tacular.
Okay, one thing to be aware of up here though is they do have a good overlook on your position, and I have found guys up there before. That would have been a nasty, nasty encounter. Luckily we won. Now, our helmet's in pretty bad condition, and we can't repair it yet. We're just going to take the better helmet. Ooh, an AK-74. Probably end up dropping the 74U. Oh, can you not take the sight? You can't take the sight. We'll keep the sight anyway. His plate carrier's kind of busted. There, that gives us extra mags, though. Get rid of the 5.5s. We don't. There. We'll have to be aware of our reloads, but we'll be okay. Look at that magazine, jeez. Okay, some nails. And some painkillers. So painkillers are temporary health for us, which you can use in a firefight for just a quick boost, but you'll have to heal immediately afterwards to make the health permanent. Otherwise you're just... Swap plate carrier. Ooh, there he is. We were lucky. That was a good shot. That went right past us.
Kill-trocity. Round over.
And if he was still up, we might still have guys in the yard. Our inventory's pretty full. So at this point, we're just making decisions based on what we need, what we don't. A bit of light. Okay, the thing we're here for is right here in the corner of the yard. Right on this, like, here's your loading dock, here's this corner. And then on this pallet is our document. One slot. Pick up the shipping manifest.
Thanks for calling in. Yep, I got it here. You've retrieved the shipping manifest. Be sure to call in going forward as well. From my end, everything looks good. Get on out.
Can we make it there in 2 minutes? It's a run. I don't think we will. Nope, we got contact. We're not making that exit. We'll probably just have to make it there and wait to see when it opens. I'm kind of surprised it didn't aggro anyone. Ooh, bad hit, bad hit. Probably could have used painkillers there instead, probably would have been wiser. I think the only thing we're going to check these guys for is extra ammo or maybe a sight for our weapon. Okay, now moving south along here, we have to be careful because of this field. There are usually patrols. We have 3 minutes to make it there before it opens. Hey, a P92. That is in bad shape, though. Can it take this sight? No. So, we're probably not going to worry about it. How many slots does this actually have? Tell me. Middle-sized back. 5. 20. It's better than ours. We could fit our entire backpack. There we go. So we get 2 backpacks out of this run. Homie came in clutch with that Camelback. Alright, extraction is dead ahead of us in this thicket of trees. Not open yet. When it's open, we'll see a red flare pop, but we also have guys on the point. Yeah, if we could throw that PSO on, this would be so over by now. Probably won't worry ourselves with him. See if we can just get past him. Nope, he saw us. We're in good cover, though. I think even if he pushed us, we'd get him. Route. Well, guys, that wraps up that extraction there. Let's go ahead and go on our terminal, go to our messages. or our missions rather.
Each mission I relay will be a combination of the information Fang
So
has passed
let's
along, mission request.
get her to stop talking real quick. So now that we've gotten that, we need to have it in our inventory and hit deliver. Actually, it has to be in our stash. Sorry. Let's go ahead, open up that bag, drop the manifest in the stash, switch back over, and we can hit deliver. Check. Okay. So now we've got 4 new missions to do. These ones are kind of just explore the different maps. This is a primary mission. And then our reward is right here. You can receive this at any time. For now, I'm just going to hold on to it until I have a bit more room in my stash. Hey guys, that's going to be part 1 of this Incursion Red River playthrough. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. It helps me get found as a small channel. And I will see you for part 2. Peace.